Stop picking your nose. Hello and welcome back to another review. Today we'll be looking at the Cavalry V2 mod kit by Serisvape. But before we get any further into this, let's just quickly talk advocacy. There's going to be some links down in the description below. Go check them out and do your thing to help save vaping, because if you don't, nobody will. So let's check out this lovely box that she comes in. You've got Serisvape. Hang on, let me get my screwdriver. Right, this will have to do. So at the top you've got Serisvape, who's the manufacturer. Then you've got your colour configuration up here. Mine is black. And you've got the Cavalry armoured soldier sort of thing on the front. Enjoy luxury, keep healthy, written there. Then you've got Cavalry V2 mod kit. On the top you've got your scratch and sniff, your barcodes, and then you've got all the social media details on there. On the side nothing, on the bottom nothing, and on this side it just carries over from your night. On the back, I'll give you a little bit of a freeze frame there. It basically just goes into what's in the package, your cautions, and the details of the company down the bottom there. So if we open her up, you get a nice little story pamphlet there that tells you everything about your device, and on the back it just shows you how to set it up and a little bit about the switch and everything else, but we will go through that in a moment. And here is the device, so we'll take that out, put that to one side. Then you get a spare drip tip, which is a dock style drip tip. You know, it catches all your dry skin off your lips, so that's always nice. So we'll put that back in there, and we shall get out the RDA. That's that there, with the nice resin drip tip on the top. We'll go through that in a moment. And in the bottom you get your little screwdriver, some spare springs, a couple of spare O-rings, different set of post screws, and a squonk pin. We just got the world's smallest hole, so we'll put that back in there, pop that back, let's move that out of the way. So let's go over the tube first. You've got the logo again on the top, Cavalry at the bottom. You've got some grooves in here for a bit of grip, along with a belly on the tube for a bit of extra grip. And you've got your cutouts again on the top with, if the camera focuses, with battery venting holes at the top. And you've got your hybrid 510 on the top. Ignore these scratches, this is just from screwing the RDA on and off. On the bottom you have their logo. Now the switch, you unscrew it, and then you've got venting holes again at the bottom on the switch. It's a nice throw there, which you can adjust depending on how far you screw it out or in, so you can have a really short throw, or if you prefer you can have a really long throw. Now if you screw this all the way out, It just comes apart as a switch. What you need to do, you just pull, and that's how your switch comes apart. So this is your switch. You've got a sort of double spring on the bottom, and you've got your peak insulator at the top along with your contact. If you want to take this apart, you just hold the bottom and unscrew the top, and it comes apart like so. So you can change the spring if it breaks, or get in here and clean all your crud out, and then you just pop it back on. Push it all back together and screw it all back on. Now the insulator is plastic, but as you can see there's a bit of a gap, so it does take up for some of the battery rattle. And yeah, that's pretty much the switch. So let's look at the tube itself. Now you have got no insulator at the top, however you have a bit of a plastic sleeve inside. Now this is not an adapter, this is just for a little bit of extra battery safety, but that does not excuse you to have shitty battery wraps. So as always with mech mods, battery safety, battery safety, battery safety. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, don't get a fucking mech mod. Simple as that. Now the switch is held in by this rubber O-ring here. And that is pretty much the tube. So let's put this back together. Now it doesn't really matter which way you put the battery in, because you've got venting at the top and you've got venting in the switch. But for safety purposes, let's just run it up. Push that back together, and that's your mod. So let's have a look at the dripper. On the bottom, you've got Serisvape written there, Cavalry, then your serial number, mine is 128. Designed and manufactured by Serisvape. Now the 510 protrusion isn't perfect, but as you can see it does protrude, and you've got your peak insulator just there. So let's have a look at the rest of it. So you've got nothing on the back, you've got one air hole, two air holes, they're shaped in a sort of teardrop, but you've only got your hole there which you can adjust the airflow on, and then you've just got their logo again on the front. 810 style drip tip with the O-rings built into the top cap, which sort of is the industry standards now. You've got a nice dome shape going on in there. As for the deck, that is it. You've got your positive over here, your negative over here. You've got an alright gap here, so you can have a little bit of overhang with your leads, but try and get them as close as you can. Double O-ring. The airflow does come down on a bit of an angle. It goes from there and then down. Single coil banger. Now the build I've got in here is a little 0.14 ohm coil by DripKid NY on Instagram. I will leave a link to his Instagram in the description. So that's a Cavalry V2 mod kit. Now let's see some vape production. As you can see, next to no ramp up time whatsoever. Very, very punchy, very good for flavour. The airflow is a little bit loud, even if you turn it down a bit. So that is the Cavalry V2 mod kit. Now for pros, it does hit very, very nicely. indeed. You have a nice bit of grip with the paint job that they've put on here, and your grooves cut in here, and the shape with the belly gives you a nice little firm grip on it. Even if you hold it like this, you know, it does fit quite comfortably in your hand. The edges are a little bit sharp on your hand, but they will wear down in time, or your hand will wear down, one of the two. The RDA, I forgot to mention, is a 24mm, but it does bow out to about a 26, 27 in the middle. Adjustable switch, you know, you can have it firing here, or you can adjust the throw a bit further, or you can have a nice little short throw, and you can always lock it, so that's nice to see. Your switch does come out quite easily, so if you do run it without the plastic inside and you do get a bit of a runaway battery, you know, it's very easy to take your battery out, so that's a nice plus. As for cons, really the only one I have is the paint job that you get this with. You'll find it fairly difficult to get an RDA cap that matches, and the fact that the logos don't line up. The fact that the drip tip doesn't really match with anything on the device, and the fact that they're calling it a mod kit when it should be a mechanical mod kit, if anything. But other than that, I've not really got anything else to say about it. Yeah, it's a banging little tube, and that's pretty much that for me. So as always, thank you for watching. If you liked the review, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, turn it off. Thank you for your view. If you have any further questions, put them down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ding dong, turn on that bell so you get notifications when I upload some more videos. So that's pretty much it for me. This is the Cavalry V2 kit. I'd like to thank you all again for watching. As always, choose clouds over cancer.
Forever